Here are a few reasons to support DC Intel. 1. Timely updates. Get the latest breaking news and intelligence updates as they happen. 2. Reliable information. Depend on us for accurate and credible news sources. 3. Insightful analysis. Gain deeper understanding with our expert analysis and comprehensive coverage. 4. Community engagement. Join a community of informed and engaged individuals who care about current events. 5. Transparency. We are committed to transparency in all our reporting, helping you to see the bigger picture. 6. Convenience. Stay informed on the go with easy access to updates through our social media platforms. Supporting DC Intel means staying informed and connected with the news that impacts our nation.
We would like to invite you to become a DC Guardian. A Guardian is someone who supports us with a gift of $10 a month. And you will also receive a beautiful DC decal so you can post your support. And also you will get email updates for Guardians only. Plus special discounts on products and functions and conferences to come. Please click on the donate button on our eiobn.com website to support. Once again, on behalf of the Excellence in Online Broadcasting Network, thank you.
Can you feel the evil watching every move you make? Good versus evil, blood of the innocent everywhere. But we stand up and make America great again. United we'll fight for what we believe is right. Together we'll shine in the darkest night. We stand up and make America great again. United we'll fight for what we believe is right. Together we'll shine in the darkest night. Of adversity, we find our unity, rising above the hate to make America great. Oh, we stand up and make America great again. America great again.
Let me assert my firm belief that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Nameless, unreasoning, unjustified terror, which paralyzes needed efforts to convert retreat into advance.
Every generation stands on the shoulders of the generation that went before. And so you see farther because you're standing taller than we did and can look farther. But Reed, at least give us the credit that you're seeing farther because you're standing on our shoulders. We don't have inflation because the people are living too well. We have inflation because the government is living too well.
And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. We dare not forget today that we are the heirs of that first revolution. Let the word go forth from this time and place to friend and foe alike that the torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans born in this century, tempered by war, disciplined by a hard and bitter peace, proud of our ancient heritage, and unwilling to witness or permit the slow undoing of those human rights to which this nation has always been committed and to which we are committed today at home and around the world.
If I give you one message to hold in your hearts today, it's this. The more people tell you it's not possible, that it can't be done, the more you should be absolutely determined to prove them wrong. Treat the word impossible as nothing more than motivation. Relish the opportunity to be an outsider. Embrace that label. Being an outsider is fine. Embrace the label. Because it's the outsiders who change the world and who make a real and lasting difference. The more that a broken system tells you that you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing ahead. You must keep pushing forward. And always have the courage to be yourself.
All right. Sorry I'm running a little late. I know I'll get the emails.
You were so late today, DC. You were so late. Just cannot believe you're late on us.
Yeah, I'm late. And I'm going to be completely honest with you of why I am late. Let me find it here. Not that you really want to know, but guess what? My show, I'll tell you. I got sent a box today from Wisconsin. And yes, I had to open it up and just check it out. And boy, was it good. Full of good stuff. Cheese, Wisconsin cheese. And man, these Oaks Melty Bar, holy crap. Things are amazing. It's like, well, I don't know what crack is like because I've never done it, but if it could be crack, man, God, this stuff is awesome. Woo! Yeah, good stuff. I won't delay because I know I'll get people saying, why don't you just, if you have a problem with the show, let's just say that. Let's start off with that. Start off on a good foot. If you have a problem with the show, start your own. I don't need producers, and I don't need that. So unless you're hired for that, then I don't need that. I get everybody saying you need, well, not everybody. I get a couple people that aren't even just, I think they're just bots or just total assholes. I don't know. That get on there and say, you need to just stop with all the call people's names and stop with all the chitter chatter and get to the point. Well, the point is, class, what would the point be? The point would be this. If you don't like it, there you go. Kiss my crack. That's right. Kiss my crack. Yeah. Got a lot of emails coming in. I got people now going through emails and helping me. A lot of response, a lot of good response. And No one really has the balls to really tell you a bad response through email because it tells you who they really are. But like I don't already figure out who they are. But it doesn't matter because the good always outweighs the bad. So yesterday I made a mistake, and I am, first thing on the show, I am absolutely man enough to say, hey, I made a mistake, and I'll tell it. There was a list given to me of different people that were harassing the other night on the other night show in the evening time. For some reason, they always want to come through on YouTube, and a few filters through on Rumble after the show, which I'm working on that to probably have to disable the chats because no one really, they don't know me, number one, and then two, they don't want to know me. But two, they want to remain quiet and want to remain, but they all want to throw their stuff out there. And when I go and check them out, they got like 0 followers and they're following like one person. So I realize that they are goofies, just goofies. And but that's okay. But anyways, I made a mistake. One of the names in the list was Hope for the Future. Now there was another one, Jeffrey B, whatever, Jeff B. He's still turd, but Hope for the Future. That was the one there. That was a mistake. I shouldn't. That was actually on the list, and I apologize to that person. They sent me an email, says, "Hey, I don't know how I got in there." So I actually called them, spoke to them, talked to them. They're absolutely fine. They was just they said I didn't have to call. They knew, but still wanted to call and make it right. And then I told them that I would openly apologize on this platform. And for that being said, I am sorry. But anyway, moving on from that, you got to be man enough to just say, when you're wrong. When you're wrong, you're wrong. And when you're right, you're right. Let's see here. I'm going to try my best to jump through here as quick as possible, guys. Denham Springs, Louisiana. Hello from Alabama. Plymouth, Massachusetts. June and Steve from San Pedro, California. Coffeeville, Mississippi. Dunklin, Oklahoma. DC, were you aware that the gallow footage you showed tonight was actually a picture in Fort Smith, Arkansas, and not in DC? Well, are you aware that it is in DC? It is in Fort Smith, Arkansas. There's one in Arizona. There's one outside of Vegas. I'm sorry, California, not Vegas, but California. And the other one is, I forget where the other one's at. I'll find out. There's more than one that has been built. I was going to touch into that probably next week. Yeah, so I'm all about that. Hey, DC from McAllen, Texas. Watched last night. Brad was awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, Brad hollered at me yesterday. He's like, hey, what are you doing? I'm doing my thing. Well, what happened on your show? I was like, I don't know what happened. I don't know. My phone's blowing up. Excuse me. My phone's, it's that chocolate. It's just so great. But anyways, can you come on the show? I was like, sure, if you want me to. Want you to, yeah. Okay. Whatever you need me to do, I'll do. And for those of you that know that we're working on this for the Nashville, Tennessee area, Hendersonville, Goodlettsville, whatever you want to call it, putting something on pretty soon. Brad is completely 100% on board and we'll be there too whenever we get all this ironed out. But we're working on it. Orange County, New York in the house. Pam from the North City, Tennessee. New Bern, North Carolina here. Kenai, Alaska. Hello, Heidi from Philadelphia. God blessings, DC. Hey, hey. Alexandria, Pennsylvania. Meansville, Georgia. East Tennessee here. Dayton, Ohio saying hello. Happy Thursday, DC. Catherine from Lakewood Ranch, Florida. Hello, Catherine. Hope you're having a good day. Middlesex, Virginia in house. Charles City, Virginia in the house. Leona and, Aaron, Leona, and Micah from Gig Harbor, Washington. Hello from Springboro, Ohio. Phil in Cartersville, Georgia. Icon Sarge is in the house. Awesome. Reporting for duty, Bedford, Virginia. Make sure your shoes are shined and everything is ironed. And no boxes of popcorn when we're checking everybody out. Anyways, Buford, Georgia, not Virginia. Good Lord. Rincon, Georgia. Hopefully I said that right this time. You can tell me if I didn't. ADC was the lithium battery plant on fire in Missouri, a false flag, about 30 miles from it. Now, I'm not sure it'll be a false flag itself. I'll check on that for you, though. Benbrook, Texas. Sherry, how you doing today? Hey, DC family, who's better than us? Double click. Yeah, double dose yesterday. Yeah. I don't know about that, man. I don't know. Raleigh, North Carolina, RC and EC. Thank you so much, loyal listeners there. Palm City, Florida. Love your content and your delivery. Glad you're here. Absolutely. Anita in Clinton, Tennessee. Brookland, Texas. Hello, DC. Trump Country, Wisconsin. Let's see. Kansas City, Missouri in the house. Okay. Great show last night, Brad. Yeah, thank you so much. Indiana in the house. Texas in the house. Holden Beach, North Carolina in the house. Columbus, Georgia in the house. Mesquite, Texas in the house. Sorry. I listened to a bunch of jokesters and had to pray for discernment. I can't tell you how much I enjoy the show. Oh, thank you so much. Central Illinois in the house. Simpsonville, South Carolina. Arizona in the house. Dalton, Georgia. Can you tell us about the work that you do or did? Yeah, at some point we will. ADC from Bellefontaine, Ohio, Eastern Washington County. Awesome. Thank you from California, Mississippi, Central Illinois, Ozark, Alabama. DC for all you do from Michigan. Florida in the house. Dillsboro, North Carolina in the house. Oklahoma. Hobbs, New Mexico. Athens, Georgia. Yeah. Lincolnton, North Carolina. Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Afternoon from Paula here, from a farm, Paula. Awesome. Cortland, Ohio, Northeast Indiana. Watching from Vancouver. Okay. Canada there. Hello from Dallas. Arkansas, John and Shar in the house from Summerfield, Florida. Sorry about that. Eyes are kind of crossed today. It's okay. It's that chocolate, right? Hey, DC, love you. Please slow up on the cussing. I'm going to try to because my mama always says, DC, it just hurts my heart. I'm like, okay. Y'all made me this way. So, anyways, Wetumpka, Alabama. Let's see. Fort Wayne, Indiana. Kansas in the house. Livingston, Tennessee in the house. Let's see here. Hamilton, Mississippi. North Central Texas in the house. DC, I'm all ears. Thank you so much. South Louisiana in the house. Madison, Alabama in the house. Childersburg, Alabama. A lot of Alabama up in here. That North Carolina. Beaverton, Oregon in the house. DC, Loveland. From Loveland, we love. Thank you so much. Coleman, Alabama. Good place there. From Jen and Loris. Okay. Daily party. Watch party. All right. Awesome. I say order you a pizza. Meet Louisiana. Let's see. Sarge icons in the house. Okay. Let's see here. All this is kind of running back together again. Man, I think what it is after so long with Rumble, you get so many people coming in that it kind of garbles up. Pound, Virginia in the house. If I missed anybody, I'm so sorry. Garbage from Michigan here. Yeah. I guess that's what I'm going to start calling myself. DC, the daily garbage man, bringing you the trash of America. Yeah, we're here to sanitize you. Get your brain straight. Royalton, Minnesota in the house. Got a new listener coming in there. Thank you so much. DJ Cheese. Yep, I did. Cheese curds. Oh, man. Sent those too. It's awesome. Okay, Winston-Salem in here. Have you ever been to Clyde's and Tyson's back in the day? Was a bartender? Some character? No, not me. Oxford, Alabama in the house. How long before EBS? We'll talk about that here in just a little bit, because there's not like a definite pinpoint on something like that. And I'm going to tell you what has to happen for that to happen. It ain't just going to pop up out like a fart in the wind, and it's there. There's some things that have to take place if they would take place. Benson, North Carolina in the house. Let's see here. Sorry. Holly, Michigan in the house. South Carolina, Pendleton, South Carolina, Richmond, Virginia, Centerville, Ohio, Tuttle, Oklahoma, Aurora, Colorado. Says we will be shocked to find out who he is. He is really someone important. Well, good for him. That's a pat on the back for him. Frankfort, Indiana, Californian house, Camden, Tennessee, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Myrtle Beach, North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Jim and Janine. Okay. I'll have to come out there sometime. Check that place out. I love it out there. Hartsville, Georgia, Grafton, Wisconsin, Northwest Alabama in the house, Hot Springs, Arkansas, Wilsonville, Oregon. Sarge sent me. Awesome. Thank you so much, Sarge. Western Kentucky in the house, Jordan, Michigan in the house, Sioux Falls in the house, Farmington, Raleigh, North Carolina, Brainerd, Georgia, Hagerstown, Maryland. Hey, been Hagerstown many times. Used to live in Gaithersburg. Hi from Harrodsburg, Kentucky, Midway, Texas. Excellent Intel Tuesday. Southeast Michigan. Thank you so much. North Carolina house again. South Louisiana in the house. All right. Kansas. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. It's just now coming to Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Sioux Falls in the house. Hey, from the UK. Thank you so much, Steve. We love DC from Fort Myers. Oh, yep. Will there still be an October surprise? Yeah, there will be. Weberville, Michigan. October surprise. Let's stop right there. October surprise. What if the October surprise has already happened? It just hasn't become public yet. I got off the phone with someone right before the show, and well, for about half hour before the show, and we were discussing this because we're looking at, and I wasn't going to jump into it yet, but I'll go ahead a little bit. We're looking at a landslide here with Trump, believe it or not, right? I'll come back to that. Weberville, Michigan, South Carolina, Roebuck, South Carolina, Iowa, hanging out in there, Brunswick, Georgia, Kentucky, watching from Lumberton, Texas here, from Clairvaux, Oklahoma. Okay. Kansas in the house, Fort Mill, South Carolina, Pickens, South Carolina, Hot Springs, Arkansas, Wallace, North Carolina, Texas in the house. We got them all. I'm so sorry if I missed anybody. But anyways, okay. All right. So let's get back to this. Like I said, if I missed anybody, I'm very sorry. The chat is not like very reliable. And it pops up different times. Like right now, it just popped up North Carolina here, central Minnesota, Anderson, North Carolina, and Greeley, Colorado, Rock Hill, South Carolina, Hedgeville, West Virginia. I've been there before. Maricopa County, Arizona. I've been there. Okay. So anyways, I hope you guys are proud to become part of the Garbage Nation. We are the Garbage Nation. Yeah. That's who we are. That's who we are. We're dang proud of it. So we are 4 days, 11 hours, 30 minutes, and 33 seconds from the kickoff of the election part. So, get back to what I was saying earlier. So, I was on the phone with someone. We were talking about this and different intel coming in. And one of the things that we were discussing was, it's funny you would say that October's about, we were talking about that because we publicly haven't seen anything. And that doesn't mean anything right yet. Excuse me. Doesn't mean anything right yet. Except for the fact of we have so many moving parts. Okay. So is there going to be an EBS? Is there going to be an October surprise? Do I need to take my money out of the bank? Do I need? I get all these questions. I get all these questions. Let's start with money. When it comes to money, if you have money in the bank, I think you're okay right now. I think you're okay. There's nothing wrong with diversifying. There's nothing wrong with, and I always say it, buying silver and gold. You can't go wrong. Just can't go wrong. Just got to be careful where you buy it from. And with that being said, you have to be wise about what you're doing. Be wise. Be vigilant. There is power in there. You have more power and more control if you're listening to more people that are legit and people that are accurate. And I will say this. I'm not saying my show is the show for all, because it's not. We already know that, because you got haters and you got people that always want to debate. And you got people that are always saying different things. It's good to find at least two good sources of intel or good advice, if you want to call it that. Because between those two, I think you can pretty much weed what's going on. Okay, so what do I think about Goldco? Here's what I think about Goldco. I think any company, this is me personally, guys. You can do what you want to do. Me personally, if I am investing money in silver, gold, if it's bars, if it's coins, if it's medallions, whatever it may be. There's fact, there's actually silver that's being mailed out today to someone that ordered some. And they actually got, it was actually purchased $5 less than what the rate is now, which is fantastic, because immediately they're what they invested in buying that. And I'm not telling you that, I'm just giving you information, guys, so before any bot jumps in there. But anyways, they're $5 up on their dollar amount. So I'm trying to say. But anyway, if you cannot, why would you live in a house that you own, that you pay bills on, but you let somebody else live in it and you take care of the bills on it? Why would you buy a brand new car and never drive it and keep insurance on it and always be putting gas in it, but you never drive it? You let somebody else drive it. Why would you do that? Why would you go to the grocery store, fill up your basket, if you can even do that these days, fill it up for groceries, and then let somebody else take it and eat it? My point is, if I personally do not have my assets in hand, I do not own them. So that's me on that. If you want to pull your money out of a bank and do that, then do that. That's a smart thing to do. You you can keep your paychecks coming in there or your pensions, whatever. But if you have massive amounts of savings, the returns on gold and silver are way far beyond what your bank could ever do for you or anything else. That's that. Now, so you can either decide to do what you want to do on your finances on that stuff. So the other thing is EBS that kept coming up. EBS, will there be an EBS? There are several ways it can go. And I said this the other night, and I say it all the time, but we got some new people in here, so I'll say it again. EBS, what we have been told, or what a lot of people, and here, I have somebody that's working now, helping doing emails and helping me sort some of this stuff out, because I got a ton of questions and a ton of emails. And there's a lot of people that are emailing because they're scared. They're scared of everything. And I'm not knocking them. The person that was reading the email says, hey, are people really this scared? Because the person that's doing this for me isn't someone that's really, they're into what we're doing, but yet they don't really understand. They haven't really been in it for a long time. So they don't understand the whole, what's been on social media, what's been on Rumble, what's been on Telegram, what's been on all these other things. You see, I got blocked from a well-known chat saying, yeah, well, it's true. I mean, it's me. I want to hold my own gold. I want to hold my own retirement to where I look at it and see it. But anyway, so EBS and people calling, listen to me, people emailing saying, hey, I'm scared. What do I do? I live in a 1-bedroom apartment. Everybody's saying to grab food for at least 60 days. And after this election that goes on, and there's going to be this happen and that happen and all these things. And I'm scared to death. Well, first of all, shame on these podcasters, shame on people on TikTok, shame on the people on Rumble, YouTube, whatever platform they're all on. Shame on them for instilling fear in people. Some people just get a hard on for doing that. And that's not cool. That's just not cool. They should be giving you information and saying, hey, here are the scenarios that this could happen. So if you start seeing this go down this road, be expecting this. Instead, everybody's been used to, hey, what's going to happen? And then one person gives you well, this is exactly what's going to happen. And guess what? It doesn't happen that way. It doesn't happen. You can have a plan. I'm going to wake up in the morning. I'm going to go get my medicine. Then I'm going to go to the grocery store. Then I'm going to go back home, put my stuff away. Then I'm going to go do it. And you may wake up and go outside and go, I had a flat tire. Well, that changed all your plans. Doesn't make you a liar. Makes you human. And so we have things like that happen in our life. Same thing in something so complex and something so massive as what has been going on in America. You have to understand this. You guys that are listening, we are so far now, so far in this, there's no turning back. And that's what we've wanted, right? People in America for years before Trump, hey, we want our politicians to be straightened out. We want our government back. We want this. But the people have been browbeaten enough by politicians and by TV to make everyone think that their mind is not important. And also have made them think that they're worthless. They're just the slaves to the system, when the system is the slaves to us. You see how they've reversed this on us? Make you think the government will come in and do this. Make you think let me tell you what. According to the Constitution, we have the right to fire them or overthrow them. That's not hate speech. That's your Constitution, Jack. Jill, that's yours. And when these people instill fear, one, it makes me want to just find them and jerk a knot in their ass for doing that, because it's absolutely pathetic and it's ridiculous. So let me instill fear upon you, because EBS is going to go off. You're going to have no money. You're going to have no house. They're going to come in and confiscate. They're going to round you up, put you in a FEMA camp. I really think you have to step back and rethink this a little bit. In North Carolina has been a great awakening for us and for other people and for the government. Because when this went down in North Carolina, prior to it going down in North Carolina, when the storms were about to come in, I was on the radio saying, hey guys, America, if we're going to act like Americans, we have to be it. We have to step up to the plate. We have to be there on site, boots on the ground. And when FEMA shows up, tell them, hey, kick rocks, be done, out of here. We don't need you. We don't need you. We got this handled. You understand if we were still waiting on FEMA and the government, there would still not be bridges built? Roads wouldn't be getting put back. It's Americans stepping up to the plate and helping Americans. And when the government continues to see that, they're going to back off. That's why I don't think, I don't see how it's even possible for some of these fearmongers that keep saying, oh, you're going to be rounded up, put in a FEMA camp. They're going to come and knock on your door. Blah, 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 blah. They're full of crap. They're absolutely full of crap. It's going to take, let me tell you what, you could bring over the United States military and turn them loose on Americans. You could even bring over the blue hats, and that's still not enough to overthrow the American people. Send a blue hat on my property. Send a blue hat on my property. And see where the blue hat stays. You enter at your own risk. But the fear that goes around is crazy. And the fear of, well, you better yank your money out right now, and you better let so-and-so take care of your money for you. Hogwash. Hogwash. Called scammers. Scammers. It's unbelievable. You got, and in North Carolina, you still got, I did a show yesterday. You got the lineman out there. The lineman that was, they can get their money. And we can't even hold them. We can't even say, hey guys, I'm mad at you because you wouldn't go do this. No, they're just like you and me. They got to have a paycheck. They got to have some income to take care of their family and their house and all that. You can't be there for 8 weeks. And get this, the workers that go out there have to pay for their hotels, their food, their gas, everything. But you got FEMA, Red Cross, which Red Cross is pulling out. You've got Samaritan's Purse. Honestly, Franklin Graham. I know how important your shoe boxes are, Jack. Every year you want to do those. But why don't you step up to the plate and you take Samaritan's Purse and you write a check and you pay for our linemen? How about you help take care of your own state? How about take care of our own country before we worry about somebody else in some other country that don't give a rat's ass about us? Oh, but little Aquahaba that's in Africa, she don't have nothing for Christmas. Yeah, and in your own state, they aren't either. How about let's take care of Americans? And when America America has been stretched so far that it can't even take care of its own. Because we want to be open to all, bring in everybody, bring in all the migrants, bring in everybody. And all you illegal aliens that want to come over that have been murderers and rapists, oh, we really want you in our towns. Oh, here you go. Here's you an Obama phone. And here's you a card. And here's you money. And unbelievable. Red Cross, I wouldn't give a damn dime to them anymore. Pieces of trash. Trash. Samaritan's Purse, I wouldn't give a freaking quarter towards you all. Oh, but they've done such great things. Why ain't they doing them now? Oh, but we are in other countries. Shut the hell up. We got America we're in a crisis. People need their electricity. They need water. They need bridges. They need infrastructure. When we stop supporting people that do not have America's best interests at heart, that is the message of this show too. Stop supporting churches, businesses, ministries, nonprofits that do not have America's best interest at heart. That's how it rolls. Oh, but we just can't be that way. Well, then when you have a natural disaster, don't expect anybody to come pull your ass out of the hole. Don't do it. Old boy. Don't push it. I don't think people understand the really magnitude of what's going on. I was going to cover it and talk about it and didn't get to it yesterday. And then I had more people email me. More people email me. You know what? Here's the thing. Someone says, is there a GoFundMe for the lineman? I don't think there is, but here's the deal. You go putting money for the lineman in somewhere like that. There's going to be a percentage taken out. And then you have to figure out who's going to create it. And is that person going to take something out? I'm old school, guys. I'm old school. And what I mean by old school is when America needs help, we just step up and help them. We do it. If I'm going to raise a bunch of money and give it to the lineman, how do you break that up if you do GoFundMe? And I'm not against that. I'm the kind of old school guy that, hey, if I have if I had $30,000, I'd drive out there and I'd split it amongst them all. Hey, this should cover your expenses. Get the job done. Think about that. What if America stood up and funded these guys, even though their jobs ain't doing it, and the government ain't helping? Because it's the government, in case you haven't figured out, the government that makes you think that you're the slave to them when they are the slave to you. They're the slave to you. But when the government ain't going to pay them. Government ain't going to do this. Well, I tell you what we do. We don't pay our income tax. We don't do that crap. And we just take our money and we just pay these linemen. Or better yet, we raise money, take it, pay the lineman, and then you write it off. And the government has to eat it. GoFundMe, I have no problem with online things like that. But I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't trust them. Because at any time they can go, oh, well, we don't like what you're doing, and then just immediately shut it down and refund money. Trust me, I've already been down that road with a lot of places, people. But North Carolina got the Red Cross. Western North Carolina, as it appears that the Red Cross is pulled out and is closing up the shelters, and CPS is telling the parents that if they can't provide everything for their children, then the children are going to have to become part of the state. I don't think you understand what's happening in America. Yeah, we have an election. Yeah, we got all that. Now we got the linemen that can't work, or they can, but they just can't get paid. Oh, but we're going to put FEMA in all the hotels. And we're going to give them paid for their food, pay for them to go out, stick their thumb up their ass, and not do a damn thing in America. Push papers, act like they're doing something, act like they're really officials of something. They are no more important than a dog turd. That is the truth. Red Cross, I'm telling you guys, if the Red Cross is going to pull out, and the Red Cross, we're done. They're not done. Do you know how much money they bring in? They bring in millions of dollars, but most of that goes to paying executives and whatever else. You send them $5.50 goes into helping somebody. We have to stop with our purse. That's why I keep saying, if a restaurant or a grocery store or whatever in North Carolina was gouging people during this thing, stop doing business. Put them out of business. Put them out of business. I would drive across the state before I deal with that. Unreal. But the Red Cross, shame on you. Salvation Army, same thing. Y'all stand out. But we got people standing out there ringing the bell for people for Christmas. Give me a break. Give me a break. You got that right. The Red Cross is a Rothschild organization. See, we perish for the lack of knowledge. And the thing is this, is when you give people like good information, they've already have it born and bred in their brain to discredit it or to debunk it. Because if you have that problem, where you got that from is being one of those that's been baptized into the mainstream media and letting them control your mind for years. I'm going to be looking into this with North Carolina with these children. You're going to be really looking into it here. This is crazy. I mean, they're going to make children property of the state. Well, at least D.C., the state can take care of them. Yeah, they said the same thing about the ones in California and other places that they turned around and gave to Diddy. There are tons of sexual assaults within these things. Come take my kids, and I will show you a crippled caseworker. When America stands up and says, we've had it, we're not having no more, they're going to have to listen. They're going to have to listen. Not only that, the governor out there, they are telling people now, after they flat out lied to me. That's impossible. We're not going to do nothing like that. Now they're out there doing land grabs. I'm dead serious, guys. If you support Samaritan's Purse, and you know what? I tell you what, I ain't gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Some of you really be mad. I think I will tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a Christmas box and take a shit in it, and then send it out there to them. There's my gift. Because that's what you've done to America. That's what you've done to your own state. You took a crap on it. And you expect everybody to open it up because it's in a pretty little box and go, oh, wow, I got a Christmas gift. But inside it stinks. Nasty. Disgusting. DC, that's too rude. I can't believe. Well, believe it, jackass. I'm sick and tired of Americans getting a black eye and a busted mouth and a busted nose, or kicked in the teeth by politicians and organizations that do not have our best interest. How about this, Franklin Graham? How about you open up your big old place? You got the cove up there. You got all that. Got all those. You got all those cabins. You got everything. How about you open it up, and you take your money and say, hey, we're gonna put this on pause for about a year. And we're going to make sure that the kids in our state have a place to stay, and we make sure that they're fed. That's called the heart of America. No kid left behind. No kid hungry. Oh, but send us your money so we can send this. We can send this out. Yeah. Trump donated through Samaritan's Purse. Good for him. Good for him. People have a right to do what they want to do. In case some of you haven't figured out, some things are optics. Read too much into things. If Trump decided to jump off one of the bridges, I'd still be standing there, because I ain't that dumb. I'm not. See, we in America have lost our vision to make decisions for ourselves, to make sound decisions for ourselves, because we've been so brainwashed that we can't make decisions for ourselves. We must depend upon the government. We must depend upon them. That is scary. That's why there's so much fear. Can't have fear. Franklin has a camp. Well, they have that whole big old thing up there. Cabins and all that. So yes. Absolutely. And let's say he didn't have anything. Say he didn't have anything. He's got a big old huge wallet that's from supposedly non-profit. People give money and they give in millions of dollars. Oh, but we pay people to go out there and they do this, and we have to put them in hotels for 6 weeks, and we have to pay them per diem. But meanwhile, and we're not being price gouged either, because nobody wants to come against the nonprofit. But at the same time, the people, the workers, talking about the workers, the people that are out there doing the job, don't have a place to stay because the government's got them filled up. And then if they want a room and a room comes available, then they get price gouged. It's unreal. Something's got to change. Something has to change. And when all the truth comes out about Franklin Graham, and it will, then you're going to be, I ain't giving my money to him. I can't believe it was that way. Oh, yes, you can, because you were told. You just chose to be on the ignorant side and not believe and not even research, not even check. Anyway, according to the IRS Form 990, which is a nonprofit number, for 23, Franklin Graham had a salary of $812,909 from Samaritan's Purse, not including royalties from books and anything else they do. Is it wrong for him to have money? No, it's not. He ain't worth that. He ain't worth it. Anyway, moving on here. I think I've done enough harping on them. Although I could sit here all day and just instance after instance. But anyways, North Carolina, the kids, I'm going to be looking into that. Seeing what can happen there. Seeing what's actually really going on. Yeah. I'm just looking here. Okay. Anyway, something new. You got Joe Biden videos up for you all that's going to be watching. Joe Biden doing his little Halloween thing. And what he ends up doing is going and sniffing the babies and biting on their legs and chewing on their legs and everything else. Tough and their toes and it's disgusting. He and the thing is this is I don't understand why parents would still want to show up at the White House with a young kid, because he is he's just a piece of work. So what those that are watching online is Joe Biden sniffing on the little kids, and that's just one instance. Other instances on there where he actually is biting on their toes. He's so disgusting. If I was a parent, I'd clip his head for him. I'd pop him in the jaw. I'm not kidding you. I'd pop his old dentures right out. Anyway, people that want to know if he's an alien or not, that's, I think he's an alien. He's wearing a mask. Well, we'd pull on a little bit and see if we can pull the mask off. And if not, then we go, oop, it really is an old man. Sorry. So anyways, yeah. Yesterday we talked about how the votes are coming in and how people were, some goofies were going out there and trying to burn them, burn ballots and the ballot boxes and all that good stuff. Yeah. So anyways, I told you that there's cameras in front of these things. Kind of in front of these things. I was actually going to show this, and then someone emailed again. And so I thought, well, we'll just go ahead and show it too. But for those of you watching, it's the United States military ordered by the Postmaster General that all the following will be death sentence for high treason. And it says 7 days to stand down and face arrest or sentenced to death. Now, I'm not sure how positive I am on that. I have heard the first of arresting because it's a military operation now. It's no longer just a and I've been saying that for months now. The military's been doing all these different operations. And I told you that they were also making sure that the elections were being monitored right. It's still happening. It's still happening. And I'm not sure. People can doctor anything. I do know that that they were already told that they would be arrested. And here's the thing: is it's not going to be just your local police. Little Billy, need him arrested. Nope. When you're talking military police, you're talking completely different rules. You're not talking just your basic civil crap. You're talking deep level stuff there. I would not want to be doing that. Definitely not want to do that. But meanwhile, well, the world's going to hell in a handbasket. Biden is sniffing on little kids' feet and all that good stuff. All right. So anyways, not only that, last night, Elon Musk, he released a thing, and I told a little bit on Brad last night, but Elon Musk, he was like, so far, because all the election stuff is being monitored through Space Force and also through Elon Musk and his things that he does. You don't have to believe in Space Force. A lot of people still don't even believe it exists. It's an official branch that Donald Trump put in. And not only that, he signed executive orders for them to do specific things and guidelines and things like that. But actually, Elon Musk last night released the poll numbers from what the digital side is. And the digital side right now is Trump. He was 67% against 33.2%. Trump, 67% in the votes right now, and Kamala at 33.2%. I'm hoping that California, I'm hoping that some of these other states, you got Washington, Oregon, California, New Mexico, and Colorado, Minnesota, Illinois, Virginia, Delaware, New Jersey, all those places up to there that are kind of blue. They're kind of a mixture right now. And I'm kind of hoping more of those turn blue. From what it looks now, we're not even calculating in this next week when we go to vote again and go to vote. So as of right now, and the polls have been updated now. Now I'm not talking Fox News, I'm not talking CNN, none of that stuff, because they're liars. Yeah, last night we covered it, how they supposedly posted up the results already. They did it once before. CNN did it before. And the last one, if you remember, posted the pre-election result. It ain't true. No, I said I hope the blue ones turn red, is what I said. There are a couple blues. I'm hoping that California that is blue turns red. I really want California to turn red. I really do. I want the rest of them turn red too. I'm not a blue state kind of guy. Red. But now Trump, it went from 67.0% to this morning. Now he's at 69.420%. So he's up a little bit, which means Kamala's down a little bit more. And why does someone keep saying, why do I want them to go blue? Seriously, I want the blue states to go red. hang on a minute. I'm going to do my sign language. Okay, there's my sign language for I want it to go red. Want it to go red. I think we all want it to go red. That's the point of this show. Anyways, so as of this morning, Trump was up 0.7% and Kamala was down 0.5%. This is getting very interesting. Very interesting. Because I have a feeling Monday, well, just next week, we don't know what's going to happen at the election. We don't know if they're going to try to say something. Oh, well, we just contest this. I have a feeling they're going to do the same thing the last time. And that's why I've been saying there'll probably be a J6 happen, but it's not going to be Patriots. If I misspoke, sorry. I believe misspoke on the red and blue. If there's going to be a J6, it's not going to be Patriots. It's going to be these crackheads that were crying when Trump won the last time. That's why I believe the military has been doing its exercises. That's why the military has been given the right of way to use force upon American citizens. Because of so much that's going to probably take place. They're going to contest it. Just don't even come on here next week and go, I thought you said. No, I'm telling you, they're going to contest this. They're going to try. Why don't the military just step in right now? They are in right now. There's been more military presence and more military activity in the past week. But why don't I see it? Well, probably because you're watching CNN and Fox News. It's happening. It is definitely happening. I'll try tomorrow to have it up to where I can show you what all's going on and how many military is up and where they're all at. I don't really do that kind of stuff, but Monkey Works does, and a couple other ones do that. You can watch them on a daily basis, show you where everything's at and what's happening. That way it puts your mind at ease that, hey, something's going on. But just because a military aircraft goes up in the air doesn't mean we're going to war, and doesn't mean that, oh my gosh, here it comes. Doesn't mean that. But coming closer to the end of this election here, we're going to see a shit show. Now, you cannot get involved as much as you may want to. Okay, DC, do you think, according to the news, Kamala will be announced as a winner? Well, winner, yes. But that's what they do, right? That's what the news does. Oh, yeah, she's the winner. There are too many eyes. Let me tell you right now. Let me just tell you this. I think you need to take comfort in this. There are so many eyes on this election. And not only eyes, there is so much digital intelligence going on. Someone asked me what I used to do and what I do. Well, law enforcement. Anything you want to think of, I've done it. Digital forensics. It's a big deal. That's why some of these douchebags that get on there and say stuff to me, they think that I'm not going to find them. Are you kidding me? I mean, I could find a sesame seed in a big pile of sand. That's what we do. Seriously. But in this election, what's happening is you got Elon Musk, man. Like I said, he's the king of the internet right now. It's got anything you want, all that. Now, EBS. Is there going to be an EBS? EBS. There's two scenarios. Well, it's probably three, but there's two scenarios you can look for. One is the map is just going to be absolutely splattered with red. You hear me? Red. R-E-D. Let me do my sign language. Okay. I'm going to do my sign language for red. It's going to be red. And I'm hoping if that happens, then it's going to be so big that they just they're not going to be able to deny it. Donald Trump won. He won. But he's not sworn in yet, which means there can be another J6 supposedly thing happen, or a riot happen because of Kamala's coon balls go crazy and want to do stuff, and then a military action has to take place, which maybe that's why possibly, let's just put our thinking caps on, possibly that's why the military is doing their practices out there. Practice evacuations, practice all that. Because it's going to be, and here's the thing, they're not going to send them out there with Kamala Harris, Tampon Tim, all that. They're not going to put them out there with their kind of logos on. They're going to put them out there in red hats to say "Make America Great." They're going to do all that. If they're going to pull out this, they're going to pull the stops out to try to make America think that, oh my gosh, Trumpers have just went crazy. That's what they'll do. And then she can step in and try to put in martial law at that point, which then you would probably see an EBS. But do I think it's going to come to that? Probably not. Probably not. They don't realize the force that they have awakened. They don't realize how long they've poked the bear of America, if you want to call it that. They do not realize how many times they've taken their knife and they've cut through our flag. They don't realize how many times they have spit on our flag, pissed on our flag, shit on our flag, done what they wanted to do to our flag, and we've had to sit back and take it. Those days are done in America. Where's it at? Dang it. Maybe it's on my phone. Shoot. Somebody sent me something, and it was of in New York, migrant, some goofy ass dirty thing laying out there on the bench. I'll find it and have it for you tomorrow. Oh no, crap! I got it right here. Jeez, look at me. This migrant, what he's doing, he's from Jordan, country Jordan. And he's telling his plans and what they have come here for in America. Now, this audio is a little sketchy here, but here we go.
Why do you want to kill kids? What's wrong with you?
Not the man, not the woman, just us.
He says, I'm not here to kill women or men. Good Lord. Maybe.
Why do you want to kill kids? What's wrong with you?
Not the man, not the woman, not the ballet, not the teacher, not the captain.
He's wanting to kill kids.
I will kill baby. Baby, huh? If baby, when he born, a new baby has Quran. Has Quran in masjid.
He's been here for 4 months.
Quran in masjid,
screaming to himself and how much he hates Trump.
Kill him. If he baby, not a human, baby.
I'm going to tell you right up now, this guy's got more patience than me. I'm not kidding you. Got more patience than me, because if I'm not kidding you guys, I don't roll that way. I do. If someone was sitting out on the street like that, that's one, not from our country, that's here illegally, and going to lay, the reason why we have come. This is the mindset, because the mindset of terrorists. They call themselves masterminds, right? But they strap the bombs to themselves and blow themselves up. All that crap. Those dumbasses. You're going to sit out on our streets in America and blatantly say that we're here and we're not going to come after your men and your women. We're coming after your children, your babies. We want to kill your babies. Because they think if they kill the babies off in America, they're stupid asses, I swear. They go, we kill them off. We kill your future. Really? I would have beat yeah. I'm not going, this is in America, guys, in America. Oh, but we gotta be patient with these people. They've had a rough life. We've gotta just be, we don't have to be absolutely jack crap. That dude would have been eating my boot. I don't think you understand. I'm not vicious and I'm not outright mean, but I'm not up for the bullshit. Seriously. Because when you say something like that, that tells me this, that you would kill my grandson and not even think twice about it and go, oh, like you're some freaking great thing. I'm going to say it. I'm just going to say it. I would kill him with my bare hands if any of those fuckers ever tried to mess with my family. I don't need a gun. I don't need a knife. Snap your head right off your shoulder and piss down your neck. I'm sick of that stuff. This is in America. But then people like me, they go, oh my gosh, that's so rough. Like he's saying, it's hate speech. It's hate speech. But yet this douchebag will sit on our streets and say, hey, I'm here to kill your kids. I'm here to kill your babies. I'm going to take a knife and cut them out of pregnant women. Are you serious? Are you freaking serious? The line is in the sand, okay? If you're a sympathizer, then go live in that country. Take your children with you. And whatever happens, happens. But don't you dare come crying around because your family got raped or your family got beaten or your kids got killed. You sympathizer. You tell me when in America we can walk out and threaten people and get by with it because, well, we're not from this country. And dang it, I don't like it that you've put me now in a shelter. I don't like it that you've put me in a shelter where they don't give me the food that I like. You promised me a place to live and I come here. And after 3 months, you put me out on the street. You don't even give me my money anymore. Sorry, douchebag. Go home. Go home. That right there is what Kamala and Joe Biden has brought into our country. That. And I'm telling you what, it'll be a cold day in hell for I sit back and let somebody blatantly in America, in my face, say, hey, I'm not here for you. I'm not here for your family. I'm not here for whatever. I'm here to kill your babies. I'm looking for young children. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? But we just got to have the love of God. Let me tell you something. It's funny when religious people say that. You got to have the love of God. You got to accept everyone. You got to just pray for them. I will pray for them as I'm beating their face into the frickin' pavement for threatening to kill my kids. I will pray that God have mercy on their soul and my soul. Lord, please forgive me for what I'm about to do. My thing is this. If they pull a J6er, are they going to pull these people out? That's all been brought in? That's knows how to use a knife, knows how to use a gun? No, he wasn't arrested for threats. No, this is what goes on a daily basis. There's taxi cab drivers. There's all kinds of videos of them. They're all drunk or high. And people complaining, hey, they're wrecking into people here in New York. They don't even have a driver's license, but they're giving them jobs. And they're drunk. And the police go, well, get back in your car and go on down the road. Give me a break. Give me a break. That is why we need more than anything, the trash man.
How do you like my garbage truck? This truck is in honor of Kamala and Joe Biden.
And we'll throw in some migrants in there for just kicks and giggles, right? Throw them in there for kicks and giggles, just for the crap of it. Anyway, and we'll take a small commercial break, and I'll be right back.
Logical lines. The High Court has.
Man, that ain't no commercial break. Give me a break. My fat finger in here. Hey everybody, it's DC. Recently had some monumental news that no one else is actually talking about, and for the first time ever, the interest the U.S. pays on its debt surpassed every individual budget item except Social Security. And that's right, the U.S. Now spends more on interest than on national defense or even Medicare. And it's only getting worse as big government continues to spend recklessly. And that's why savvy Americans are turning to gold, and something not tied to the inflated dollar is what it is. And you too can can do this with the help of Birch Gold Group. And for over 20 years, Birch Gold Group has helped tens of thousands of Americans protect their retirement and savings by converting on IRA or the 401k into an IRA in gold. To learn more, go to birchgold.com/rumble, birchgold.com/rumble, and get a free, no obligation information kit on diversifying your retirement into a gold IRA. Birch Gold has earned a A+ rating with the BBB and thousands of happy customers. Protect your IRA or your 401k. If you want to do that, go to birchgold/rumble and get your free information kit on gold today. I wanted to say one thing here. On behalf of Rumble, I'm grateful for that, but I want to encourage you, the audience that's listening, to download the Rumble app. That way you get the notifications every time that we go live. And also when you do that, be sure you follow us, and it will help remind you, when we do go live. And also, the app is available everywhere for TV. It's available for TVs also. So make sure you download the Rumble app. Once you download it, you search for my channel, DC Intel. It'll pop up, and follow the channel directly on that app. This will make sure that you get a notification every time that we go live, and keeps you informed. And also, if you click on the link in the description or the pinned live chat to download the Rumble app, actually on your phone also, it's free to do that. And if you prefer to watch us on a big screen, which is pretty cool, we are also available now on Apple TV, Android TV, Fire TV, Roku, LG, and Samsung TVs. All you need to do is just search for Rumble. Once you get that, download it, search for DC Live, and every time it'll be on your big screen.
Can you feel the evil watching every move you make? Good versus evil, blood of the innocent everywhere. But we stand up and make America great again. United we'll fight for what we believe is right. Together we'll shine in the darkest night. We stand up and make America great again.
All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Technology is just great, and it's also crappy at the same time. Anyway, yeah. I don't understand. I tell people, hey, don't call me during these times, and I still got calling still. Okay. Yeah, I know the commercials are lower. Be taking care of that pretty soon. A lot of good things in progress here at the EIOBN network. And just to let you know, those that are Guardians, you should be receiving an email by tomorrow evening. And that email will have, of course, you'll have your newsletter in it. Plus, also, you will have there'll be an updated number in there for the Guardians to call in on Fridays. But this Friday, we're not doing it because getting everything in there. Yeah, good stuff. So hopefully probably by next week, we can have it ready to rock and roll, and we'll have us a good live party on the election day. Also for the EIOBN.com, the Guardians that support this show, there will be coming out in probably the next 2 weeks another email that'll have a link, sort of like Rumble, but you'll be able to go to it and you'll be able to get in there and look at the videos from then on that we record. You'll be able to watch those over and over and over if you want to, with no commercials. And good stuff. We'll have our chat there, and the Rumble and the YouTube chat will be disabled. That way our moderators ain't having to go across all the boards on that. It'll be good stuff. And yep. So, and I told you about Tennessee, working on Tennessee, and Brad's a part of that. He's going to be there. Just got to give him the date. And we are working on the Louisiana deal. It's coming quick. We got it, and we know that. Just trying to get everything organized. It's a lot. Next year we'll be in Florida and a couple other places. Be good. Got a lot of good things coming up for those that are a part. Anyway, okay. So, yeah. Technical. Yeah. I'm not as bad, I guess, as some, but anyway, this is kind of older news, but I thought this was great, something to play. This is Donald Trump talking about what he's going to do in his administration. And the reason why he was doing this is, and I think it's fantastic, okay? I think it's fantastic because there's been several people that's been killed by these illegals coming in. And like the guy that I just played you in New York, why is it that those people can sit around and talk and say what they want to say, and then when they actually act upon what they've said, everybody go, well, I wish I would have known, I would have done something. And then you have families that have suffered loss and have, they're just, it's done. But Donald Trump, he's said this, I thought was great. I wanted you to hear it.
So today, I'm announcing that for the first time under my administration, we will be seizing the assets of the criminal gangs and drug cartels. And we will use those assets to create a compensation fund to provide restitution for the victims of migrant crime, and the government will help in the restoration. The government will help in the restitution.
So, I think it's good. I think it's good that he's, and that's not going to stop them, but it'll sure help. Let's see here. Suno.com, that's not true. So, don't have to worry about that. Israel, a lot of things going on in Israel. You have 3 Israelis are charged with spying on behalf of Iran in exchange for money. And you also have Israel. You have Lebanon. It says they may be nearing potential agreements to end the Hezbollah war. And of course, everybody's still focused in on Russia and Ukraine, all that stuff going on. This is the crazy thing. It's kind of crazy, but it's kind of good. Because we're going to see a lot of more country stuff kind of calm down. And because they know Donald Trump's not going to put up with their stuff. But the great thing is this, America, is when Donald Trump is finally in, then the good thing is this: stop the money going to Ukraine. It's going to stop. It's going to stop. And talked about it last night a little bit on Brad, but go ahead and play this here real quick here also.
Appeals, and it was filed. There was a suit filed by Judicial Watch that's headed by Tom Fitton. If you don't follow him already, you should follow him on X and follow him on here. And it's at Tom Fitton at Tom Fitton. Please follow him, because today something very, very important just happened, and it's that the Fifth Circuit issued an opinion, and they reversed a lower court's opinion on Mississippi's election law, because all of these states are saying that their ballots, it might take them 5 days. I heard one state say that it might take them 13 days before all of their ballots came in. Anyway, the Fifth Circuit Court said no. And this is what I'm going to read to you what the Fifth Circuit Court said. It says, Congress statutorily designated a singular day for the election of members of Congress and the appointment of presidential electors. Text, precedent, and historical practice confirm this day for the election is the day by which ballots must be both cast by voters and received by state officials. Because Mississippi's statute allows ballot receipt up to 5 days after the federal election day, it is preempted by federal law. Therefore, we reverse the district court's contrary judgment and remand for further proceedings. That means they overturned a district court that said that it was okay for Mississippi to send in their votes or their ballots at 5 days after the election. Basically, the Fifth Circuit Court has says we have an election day in the United States. Go figure. Most of my life, we always had an election day, and they announced whoever the president was on the day of the election or later that night or whatever, even if it was contested. But now, we've had all of these states that somehow just start finding votes and doing all of these things after the election. But anyway, that is a great ruling. You can find it. You can go to X, or you can just Google it, and you can just go put in Fifth Circuit and Election Day, Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals and Election Day. That is a great victory, because what it will do, the main thing that we're trying to do is to keep them from cheating.
Well, we can try to keep them from cheating, but doesn't mean they won't continue to try. So, yeah, and great point here, because several states, that's been the problem. I have never, not until the past, Donald Trump, have I known that when the voting went on, it was done. But every year they've tried to do something different. We can't do this now, so all the votes ain't in yet, or we got this, or we're still missing something. If you give them the opportunity to cheat, they're going to cheat. And if they try to cheat, which they are, they're getting caught. So,
U.S. Supreme Court just got involved in making sure the election is fair. Along straight ideological lines, the High Court has just cleared the way for Virginia to remove non-citizens from its voting rolls, basically upholding Virginia's election laws.
The state of Virginia was adamant these were individual non-citizens. Remember, it's illegal for a non-citizen to register and say they're a citizen. It's also illegal for a non-citizen to vote. And they should expect, if they do vote illegally, they will be prosecuted.
Amen. So these are, for those that go, I don't see nothing going on. I don't see how in the world you cannot understand what's being said and done. It's happening. It is happening, and it's just it. I saw something funny. It showed a trash can truck driving around, garbage truck. Inside of it said Trump, and then on the back of it had big bags of trash. And I don't know if you remember the last time, the election, when Donald Trump won, the first time actually, and how the people was on the, out there, no, as he's being sworn in, that kind of stuff. But somebody had photoshopped him in the back of the garbage truck going, no, which is funny. I mentioned Edward X the other day, and actually, it's just funny. It's just funny. Edward X ended up contacting me and asking me information. What What's your thoughts over this? What's your thoughts over that? What's your thoughts over the bank? What's your thoughts over? I hadn't even responded because I'm just not going to. Anyway, here's another little clip I want to play real quick here. It's pretty good here. Whoops. You know, I'm telling you guys, this technical difficulty stuff is starting to hit me hard. Maybe I am starting to take lessons from other people that can operate stuff, right? Anyway.
Trump, that they speak like Trump, that they act like Trump. They don't. They want to hire Trump to do a dirty job. They want him to be a virus to the political corpus. They want him to disrupt, to destroy, to demean those that they disrespect and dislike, the system that they distrust and despise. They want someone to do what they believe has been done to them and that they cannot do themselves. That's why they don't care that he exhibits terrible behavior, because they're putting him into a terrible place. If you're sending somebody into the jungle, do you really care if they're a savage? You see what I'm saying? And you have to understand it that way. You may not agree, you may not accept, you may not like, but that's what it is.
It's kind of like me. Anyway, had a question here. It says, please comment on with regards to his role with the Q team. I don't really discuss other people on this platform, but if you go back and watch night before last program, I answered all that. Answered every bit of that. Let's see here. Wearing off. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think we have to take what I'm trying to say here. I don't think we have to take everything so serious, right? We do have to be serious, but we don't have to be overly serious to where it just ruins our day. I've said it before. I said it the other night and I said it yesterday, but there'll be a point in time that the mainstream media will have to tell the truth. Not because they're bought out, not because they're just controlled by other people, not because people come together to overthrow them. None of that stuff. It's going to happen because they're just forced to, because it's just in front of them. I'll play you this. This was actually a CNN with a person. And of course, they banned them from their show and everything, but which is not surprising at all with CNN.
CNN has banned a conservative commentator from its network after a live segment that aired Monday night on Newslight with Abby Phillip. Now the host of the show and the commentator are speaking out. During the segment, panelists were discussing the rhetoric used at former President Donald Trump's recent rally at Madison Square Garden, when journalist Mehdi Hussan and political consultant Ryan Gerdusky got into a heated exchange.
If you don't want to be called Nazis, stop doing it.
You're called an anti-Semite more than anyone else at this table.
Yeah.
And people will sit there and, no, by me, I never called you an anti-Semite. Okay. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying
I'm a supporter of the Palestinians, so I'm used to it.
Yeah, well, I hope your beeper doesn't go off. The thing is that...
Did you just say I should die?
You should not...
No,
did you just say I should be killed?
No, I did not say that. No, I did not say that.
Hold on.
Did your guest just say I should be killed on live TV?
I said I hope you're...
Guys, let me just stop.
You said you hope my beeper doesn't go off.
It's so funny how they get their own medicine on their own platform, and then they just chew each other up. I love it.
Of the Palestinians.
Hamas?
Guys, let me stop.
Palestinians.
Are you?
Am I what? No, of course I'm not. Are you a racist, violent person inciting violence against
The beeper comment by Gerdusky was referencing the exploding beepers that killed at least a dozen people, including members of the terrorist group Hezbollah and others in Lebanon in September, with multiple outlets attributing the attack to Israel. The roundtable discussion continued on the show, with Gerdusky attempting to apologize and host Abby Phillip calling him out.
Are you a racist, violent person inciting violence against
Ryan, that's disgusting. That is completely...
I apologize.
Good job, CNN. Let's have first block say the Muslim guy should be blown up on TV.
Don't say then.
Oh, don't say them and they, because then you'll offend them and they. Because them and they want to be the dogs and the cats and want to be the whatever they are. Yeah, okay, so there's so much disinformation out there. Thank you so much. I'm kind of reading a couple things here. Okay. Yeah, I don't really, just for new people too, I don't really discuss other podcasters or other people. I'm not here to fight with them. I won't do that, but I will be straight with you on what happens and what doesn't happen. And because what happens is I get people that'll email me, hey, do you know anything about such and such and what they're saying and this and this? And I'm not going to get into that. And the reason why I'm not going to get into that is because then if someone goes, well, I heard this and they said this, but then DC said this and they said, well, then they go back and they try to take an email and go, well, he said this about you and said, trust me, if I want to fight, I'll get in a fight. I don't need somebody else to go pick one for me. I can go get them. And, it's just how it works. Nasara Jassara. Yeah, it's real. We touched on that about a week and a half ago on our show. I really dived into it. I'm not sure what day that was, but we did dive into it pretty hard. And so anyways, you'll find your Q quotes there. All right. So DC, how will the mainstream media watchers be showing the truth about what's really happened if we don't have EBS? Because I just said it. There's going to come time that they have to report what's. Let me ask y'all this: why has everybody got a hard on for EBS? Why do we have to have EBS take off? Why do we need that? We don't. We don't. Do you realize with one flick or one push of a mouse button or whatever you want to call it, that Elon Musk immediately could hijack it all? We don't need that stuff. We don't need more things to cause panic. But if EBS goes off, it's not going to be to broadcast something on the news to just say, hey, we want to show you what everybody's been doing. No, it's going to be because there's been either an act of war, or either, like I've been saying, this J6 thing that could possibly happen when all these election results come out. I don't understand this. For 8 years, they've twisted the narrative on Donald Trump every which way. What makes any of us think that they have stopped? Even when he wins the election, we still have several days before he's sworn in for presidential power. When push comes to shove, things will happen the way they need to happen. I don't think EBS is just going to fly off the handle and everybody's going to be like, oh, wow, it's on the news. I don't. I think what's going to happen, you're really going to be shocked. I think you're probably going to see a Space Force logo pop up on your screen. That's what I think you're going to see. You'll probably see something like that. And then you'll have a presidential address of what's going on. There will be a day, mark my words, there will be a day, and it ain't going to be in 20 years from now or 5 years from now, 3 years from now. There will be a day that the news, your mainstream media, those networks will have no way around the truth of being told on their networks. And I'm not even saying that their journalists are going to be the ones saying it, because they probably are not. Anyone, and I want you to hear me very clearly here today. I did, and I talked about it earlier about the North Carolina kids. Yep. But the Sarah, it's all real. It's how it's going to happen, when it happens. And go back and listen to my show on it several days ago about everything comes with a price. It's you don't get anything for free. You don't get nothing for free. Never has. Everything comes with a fight. Everything comes with a price. What's going to make the sleep wake up? I think we're beyond that. I think we're beyond that. There's enough people that's awake now. And those that are asleep choose to sleep in. They choose it. They've been woken up in the middle of the storm, in the middle of the night, whatever you want to call it. Woken up. This is what's going on. This is what's going on. And they choose to still sleep. It's time to leave those people asleep. And if they wake up and go, hey, what's been going on? Why didn't somebody tell me? We did tell you. It's very large. It's not just, and that's the thing. People think Donald Trump just going to come in and just, hey, I'm going to do this. He's not the Antichrist. He's not the master of the universe. He's not Jesus. We don't worship him. He doesn't come in with every single answer. He has people around him that help him. People that are smarter than him, like Elon Musk. That's just one. If Elon Musk is as smart as he is, and Elon Musk surrounds himself with people that are smarter than he is, kind of scary a little bit. EBS, I don't think you're going to see it just fly off. If something would come off as an EBS, so because I'll get somebody to debate me, well, earlier you said EBS if a military. I think it'll be something like Space Force logo or something like that. It'll be something different. In case you all haven't figured out, Donald Trump is not about doing what everybody else has done for years. It's about change, progress. Here's the thing, and I'm about ready to end this thing, but I'll tell you what, it doesn't matter if they came on right now. This is a message from the emergency broadcast system. This is not a test. We're going to show you all tribunals. We're going to show you this. There was people that would sit there and watch that and go, oh, that's AI generated. Huh, that's not real. Hey, can you pass me a coffee? And those people, you may be married to them. Who knows? Doesn't mean they're bad. Doesn't mean they're whatever. Just means that they choose to stay sleeping. Some people sleepwalk. Let them sleepwalk. Walking around amongst everyone, still asleep. Stop trying to wake everybody else up, because by you trying to wake everybody else up, you've caused doubt, fear, discouragement, questions, and that all comes down to putting a strain on your mental state. We're done with that trick. We're done with that road. We're done with that. And we're done with it. We're done. And I'll tell you why we're done. We're in the next phase of victory. And that ain't just victory for elections. That's victory for us, our communities. A safer America. A safer America away from people that sit in New York City and other places that lay there that can't be arrested, that aren't arrested, to go, I'm going to kill your kids. That's why we're here. We'll kill your future. Bring it on, big boy. Bring it on. DC's got a boot to go up your ass. Catch y'all tomorrow. DC out.